Okay, so I'm going to get started here. And okay, so I've got like kind of a great big mushroom right here. In the center. And I've got kind of a little curve dealy going on right here. I'm going to take this on around. Well, maybe I should draw a little bit more of my stem first. Okay, and then we'll take this on around here. I'm just going to do some light. I want to color pencil this, so I don't want to put all the lines on because I don't want to make muddy color pencils. So I'm just doing a few lines there, and then I might pencil it in a little bit later. Okay, I need to go over, I'm going to go over here to my channel. Hopefully we will get some comments. Okay, and so I had to put my mute on. Okay, let's get back to the mushroom now. We've got, what did I do with I had my picture up here. Where's my picture at? Is this it? I hope this is it. No, that's not it. Where did my picture go? I thought I downloaded my picture, but maybe I didn't. I need to, oh, here it is. I thought I put it on my desktop. Let me save it there just in case. Okay. Just in case I lose it. Okay, so now we've got, okay, this is what we've got going on here. So I'm going to do a little bit of hair around here because our first little guy, these are ugly, ugly, ugly trolls. We got to use that word. And I don't mean they're cute, ugly in a cute way. Okay. So they got some big honker noses. So they're just sitting underneath the mushrooms. Great big honker nose right here. And we got the little kind of pointed troll ears going on here. There's one right there. The other one kind of pokes out a little bit right here. And so we've got kind of these little angled eyes right there. One that way. And then we've got kind of one going this way a little bit. Underneath the big honker nose, we've got a little smile. He's really smiling it up right there. Big bushy eyebrows going on right there. Big bushy eyebrows right there. So let's put some. Okay. We got to get those little lines in right there. Okay, so he's got kind of a, this is a chubby little troll too. He's really chubby. Okay. I got to get a little bit more hair going in here like that. He's got like a mullet thing going on too. He's a fat little troll, fat little. We're not done yet. We're just getting started here. Okay, so. Okay, he is. You guys are going to be. He is got a big, big fat belly going on right here. He's been eating well. Lots of mushrooms. Okay. And so he's sitting here underneath the mushroom. And let's see here. Okay, so we got to get the other leg going on here. There's a little foot. He is a tubbo little troll guy here. Okay, so let's take, we got to get this little arm out here. Go down here to the elbow. and then his hand is over here. It's kind of resting over his knee, and so the knee is sort of right here. His hand and fingers going down here a little bit like this. There, that's pretty good like that. That looks about right. Okay. Actually, his nose could have been a little bit bigger, but we're just going to leave it like that. So let's do a little bit of something here. He's got a couple more buddies, but I didn't leave myself enough room here. Okay, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw the mushrooms, though. I don't have enough room to do, but only one troll. I am going to draw the other mushrooms here. I'm going to draw a stem down here like that. And some circles, and I'm going to give myself a little guidance here with what direction I want to go with my mushrooms once I get them done. Okay, so I need to work on his foot here. Okay, so this is his gut hanging down here. It's supposed to match over here, and so his leg comes down. His heel is right about here. Then he's got his little big toe right there. We've got a few more kind of Fred Flintstone-like toes. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good there. You see that? Now, what are we going to do here? Okay, we've got one part of his eye. Let's give his eye a little bit more. The ear is kind of sticking out like that. His nose really should be a little bit bigger than this, but we're going to leave it at that. We might go back and revisit this one again in the future. Okay, I'm going to fix the fingers here because there, that's a little bit better there. Okay. And so he's sitting here squatting underneath the mushrooms. That's what he's doing here. He's squatting underneath the mushrooms. Okay, and so actually this mushroom, it could have been a little bit bigger. This mushroom up here could have been a little bit bigger. Why don't I make it a little bit bigger? Okay, how about we do this and not mess it up too entirely? Okay, let's take you up there. There, that'll work. Okay, so let's do this other mushroom. Now, I don't have enough room for all... I don't have enough room for all the trolls. If we're going to do them, I'm going to have to do them another time with a larger piece of paper. One is good. Actually, one is pretty good right now. So let's get a little bit more of this hair going because the hair is kind of flyaway hair here. He's got his little mullet thing going on. There. Oh, do you see that? And his big honking nose. Okay, so this is his... okay, so we got to do a little bit of the chin there. He's got a big old fat chin. And okay, I think we're going to leave it just like that. Now I'm going to pull some of this out, this mushroom out here like this. Take it on over here. Take this down around. And let's see here. Make the start of a mushroom. We're going to take it on down here. Like that. Alrighty. And now we're going to do some little flowers. Some hints of some little flowers around here. Yeah, I like how these flowers are done. They're kind of easy like that, sort of. A little bush right here. And what else have we got? Some more little flowers over here like this. You know, you can, I mean, just little swirly gigs and things like that, making the shapes of flowers and, you know, kind of like that. That works. And so then we can take and make, kind of make a line like this. And so if we go on up, oh my gosh, look at that. He looks really good. He looks really, really good. I like how he turned out there. I need to erase this right here. There. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay, and so I want to get a tree in here. I think I'm going to take my trees from, and I'm going to kind of, oh, what I'm going to do is make a tree like this because I'm using a narrow paper. This is some scrap paper that I came up with. And so I'm going to do the tree kind of like this a little. It shouldn't get larger at the top. I'm making it too large. It should be a little bit larger at the bottom, not larger. We have a problem. Oh, hey, hello. We've got a comment here. This is from Yaneth Wrangle. Hello, Mr. Wrangle. Yaneth Wrangle. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the comments. I'm glad you like my drawing. Okay, so we're working on the trunk here. Do you have any other anything else you'd like to talk about? Thank you for saying it's beautiful. I have a lot of you think he's a beautiful troll? I called him an ugly troll in the title. Someone had been begging for ugly usage of the word ugly, and so I did a ugly troll. I called it an ugly troll. So you think I should call him a beautiful troll? That's what you think? Okay, so we're gonna do a tree canopy right here like this. I'm wondering if, yeah, I'm gonna be able to stretch the tree canopy up here like this. Yeah, that's gonna work. And then we're gonna do some little tree branch swirly gigs around here. We've got a little tree branch swirly gig around here like this. I'm actually having fun doing my drawing channel because I knew if I did something that I could get instant satisfaction for myself, I would have more fun doing it. That's why I said with crochet, it takes a long time to do stuff, and then you get really burnt out when you don't get views. And you know, so it's not like the brain rot, unless we make brain rot crochet. I think that's the direction we're going, is brain rot crochet, which I don't object to brain rot because I watch a lot of it myself. I mean, I don't object to it because of the fact I find an artistic value, you know, so let me go over here and see if we got more comments going on. Okay. Gemini, we're going to dismiss part of you for a few minutes. Okay, on the tree, can you draw an apple? You want me to draw? I sure will. Yes, I will draw you an apple. Hello, Mr. BKCCK. Hello. Mr. Lack. Mr. Lack Uck. Mr. Lack Uck has come in here. Yes, we shall draw an apple. You want an apple, and we will draw a little apple hanging from the tree right here. Absolutely, we will. Okay, so we're going to draw an apple there, and we'll add an apple Now I'm just drawing this from my memory, so I hope this is a good enough apple for you. Do you see that right there? We put a little apple in there. I've been here. Yes, you have been here before. Thank you for stopping back by again, Mr. Black Duck. Is that Black Duck or is my eyesight going really bad? Have you seen the Muscovy ducks? The Muscovy black ducks? They are so beautiful. Thank you for coming back, Mr. Black Duck. I am so glad you have joined us. You'll help? Thank you for helping. Yes, it can be a green apple. Do you want a worm in the apple? We can make a little wormy coming out of it. And would you like a little wormy coming out of the apple? And we can make a little wormy coming out of the apple. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do this. We're going to draw. I should have made the apple a little bit bigger, I think. I've got plenty of room here. Let's make Mr. Apple a little bit larger. Okay, we're going to make you a little bit larger like this. And so we have a little divot down here, and we're going to make you a little bit larger like this. Okay, oh, that works, even though I can still... Now, what I need to do, even though I need to finish my thoughts. That's the problem. I finish my thoughts in my brain, then I don't finish them out of my mouth. So what I was going to say, I finished my apple, and this little part here works, that even though I didn't erase all of it, I'm just going to leave it there. It's Black Duck. Oh, a C. Can you share with me what a kook is? You're a black kook? You're a kook, like a cuckoo clock? Is that what you are? Yes. Yana says yes. Okay, so you're a black kook. Like a cuckoo clock. Okay, we're going to draw a worm here that's sticking out of the apple like this. Okay, now we got Mr. Worm. I don't know what color we're going to make Mr. Worm. So you want a green apple, and we're going to draw an eye right here, like that, with a little smiley face. So we got a worm sticking out of the apple up there. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty cool? We got a wormy sticking out of the apple. Okay, so we're going to make a green apple. Okay, so let's color lightly. I don't know what color we should make the worm. We're going to draw a green apple. Okay, green apple. Right there. We got a worm sticking out of the apple. And, okay. And so I'm going to add, yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it? I'm here. I'm telling you guys, I can't do the automatic live streaming. So you guys probably should know by now I'm a real human being. And so I don't think AI can be as engaging as I am. I am an over engagement person, like a over contributor at times. I contribute too much information sometimes. And so, yeah, that looks really cool, doesn't it? Okay, so I want to let's see, I want to add a little bit of this color around here. I hope Mr. Black Kook didn't leave. I hope he's still here. The Mr. Kook. Okay, so, oh, nice. We got a little bit of highlighting here. And so I'm going to just draw a little bit of something that makes a little bit of shininess here. That looks pretty good. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the suggestion for the apple. That is pretty cool there. What color should we make the worm? Any suggestions? Or I can just kind of make him a pink worm or something like that. Or a blue worm. Or... I don't know what color to make the worm. I'm just going to make this thing kind of brownish, I guess. A little bit brown. Uh, why does it look blue? I think I used a blue brown. That's kind of what it looks like. Such an odd color. I am going to work a little bit on the mushrooms. I'm going to make, I guess I'll just go with the stereotypical color of mushrooms. I need to add a little bit more circles though. I like to have the circles on the mushrooms like this. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the underbelly of the mushrooms. I guess I'll find that color. Blue? We want to make the worm blue? Okay, we can make the worm blue. Okay, let's see what color. Okay, we're going to make a blue worm here. And then I want to add, okay, we're going to make a blue worm. Okay, so I'm going to color real lightly here. I don't want to color too hard, but we've got a blue worm. Oh, look at our blue worm. I like that. Okay, we got a blue worm going on here. That works really good. Blue worm. Okay. So we've got a blue worm. I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to put some of that on its face like that. And kind of, I was going to add kind of a few little rings like that, kind of to make it look worm. You know how worms have little rings on them? Every little creature that does this stuff has little wrinkly worms. Do you see, you know, little wrinkles and things like that on it? And so I wanted to enhance the little wrinkles here. Kind of like turtles have wrinkles around their necks. The little worms have wrinkles and things like that too. And yes, we're going to put polka dots on the mushrooms. Absolutely. We're going to get we're getting to the polka dots here. Okay, let me do this one. I'll make the mushroom kind of a reddish color. I hope it's red, sort of reddish color. We're going to get it going here. Okay, we're gonna, let's see here. I hope this is red. I don't know if it's red or not. This is the color we're gonna use, and we're gonna have polka dots. We're gonna have a polka dot mushroom here. You see that? You'll be back in a few. Okay, Yaneth Rangel, thank you so much for stopping by. We will see you in a few minutes. Have a safe trip out floating in space, in cyberspace. I know you're going out there floating. Okay, so we're going to have polka dots out here. We got a little polka dot mushroom here. And we don't have a whole lot of polka dots. How about we add extra polka dots on this side? We'll add a few extra ones. We'll add one more right there. Okay, so we got polka dots here, and I'm going to make the color up here a little bit darker like that. Okay. I'm glad you guys came in to help me with the mushroom or the apple thing. I wouldn't have thought of adding a green apple on there, but that was a great idea. We got a green apple on here. An apple is always a good thing to add on the tree now, isn't it, Johnny? Johnny Appleseed. He's got to go. Okay, so we're gonna get some. Uh-oh. I didn't want to color all of that polka dot up. Okay, so what I need to do a color for the underbelly, and I think what I'm going to have to just do is kind of a tan color if I can find one. Either a tan or yellow. I think that I'm probably going to be doing yellow. I like this guy though. He is awesome. Look at that. He is totally awesome, isn't he? Yeah, I can't. I still can't believe I did that one. Well, no, the faces are actually harder, but he is a cool looking troll, though. He's a big, beautiful troll. Um, okay, and he wasn't too hard to make either. Let's enhance his ears just a little bit right here. Actually, well, no, I don't want to marker things up too much yet because of the fact that if I start markering, if I use my marker, I did find another ink marker, and if I do that too soon, then I end up with a big muddy mess, and I don't want a big muddy mess quite yet. Okay, so where is my, what color pencil are you? You look like a good color to go under here. Let's see. Let's see what color you are. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is a combination. I'm gonna do a combination of this color and yellow. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm actually gonna do that on the stem too. I'm gonna do a combo of both just to give a little hint of color under here so it's not just pure white. You know, it's kind of, oh yeah, that's working. That works out pretty good. So we got this going on here. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh yeah, even when I press, it's not gonna be that dark. Oh, we can't really, oh, that'll work though. When I do my lines like that. Okay, let me add a little yellow in there. I like to add yellow for highlighting because yellow for me, it does work for highlighting and lights and things like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow. Oh, perfect. That is, yeah, that's the ticket there. Just adding a little bit of yellow in there. You know how mushrooms have a little bit of, oh, what do I want to call it? Mushrooms have a little bit of mold on, well, mushrooms are mold, you know, that just goes without saying. Mushrooms are mold. Okay, so let's get some of our lines in here now. Okay, so okay, I don't know, I might take my pencil and go over them. That looks pretty good though. But you know, I like it standing out though a little bit more than that, so I'm going to add a little bit more pencil in here. We're just going to muddy these up a little bit. And it's going to look perfectly good. We got polka dots on here. We got a little bit of yellow. We've got a green apple with a worm coming out of it. So it turned into it's not a rotten apple. It's actually the worm's home. You know, that's the home for the worm right there. You know what, I'm kind of thinking, you know what I want to do maybe in the future, and you guys can remind me. I want to make an old lady living in a shoe. You remember the nursery rhyme? There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. But you know what? In the past, I made a story. I think I posted it on YouTube and then took it down. But what I want to make is the old lady living in the shoe is a spider. And it's a spider that has a whole bunch of baby spiders in the shoe. That's kind of what I want to do, something like that. Or I want to make maybe a mouse living in a shoe with a bunch of little babies or something like that. That's kind of what I think that I want to do, something like that in the future. I think that would be a lot of fun to make that kind of old lady. And so I want to call the spider. And so the spiders, the female spiders, they're not very smart because they eat their person who could help them out, and you know, which that's part of their cycle of life. But I would think that the spider would stop doing that. And so maybe there's some smart people who can talk to the spiders You know, like Dr. Doolittle did. You know, what was that song? You can talk to the animals, walk with the animals. I don't know the rest of the words to Dr. Doolittle, but you know, you remember that and people thought he was crazy for talking to the animals, but he did. He talked to the animals and the push me, pull you, and the Mr. Llama. Um, Mr. Llama didn't know which direction to go because that's why it was called a push me, pull you, was because it went in two directions and two directions. So, oh, we could draw that too. A push me, pull you. Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't have to be a llama or an alpaca. I think a llama and an alpaca are the same thing. They look so close together, but I think there may be one of those animals that are hybrids of each other, that one might be a little bit bigger than another one. But they're sort of cool creatures, but the push me pull you is sort of like a cross between an alpaca and a llama. And so I think it would be kind of fun to make a push me pull you. What was the other thing that I said? No, there was, oh, the shoe thing, the spider and the shoe, or any animal inside of the shoe. Could be little trolls living in the shoe too. There was an old troll who lived in the shoe, had so many mushrooms, he didn't know what to do. And there he sat, all broken-hearted, tried to shat, but only farted. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness sakes. Okay. So, let's draw this. Okay. And now we are going to make more polka dots here on our mushroom. We got more polka dots going on. Did I get enough tan on here? I don't know. I think I might have scared the other guy away. I didn't mean to scare the black duck away. The black kook. I didn't mean to scare him away. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good right there. I don't know what color I should make his hair. Okay, so we got our little mushrooms there. He is a perfect, oh my gosh, he's sitting there squatting beneath his little mushrooms, you little squatter, you. Popping a squat below those mushrooms. Okay, so let's color our, we'll do this. We're going to color. Now this is what's going to get put in the thumbnail, because I think I explained this a little bit earlier. What I had said was that I can't put in this actual drawing until I actually draw it. So the other people who are doing their stuff, that I've said, I believe that they're part of networks. They have things pre-recorded. And so that's how things get put on YouTube for them. That's how they do things. Now, those of us who are YouTubers, we don't do that. You know, so real YouTubers actually make the content and then put the thumbnails in at a later time. And I know the SEO people are like, oh, well, you got to get in the best thumbnails. It's like, well, I try. And, you know, so hopefully I've established that I can do some somewhat decent content here, you know, something that is engaging, that people like watching, and you can learn from it at the same time, and we can have fun making it and doing it at the same time, you know, or it doesn't have to be at the same time. You can do it at a later time when you have free time, because that was the beauty I thought of YouTube, was that you don't have to do it right now. You can just watch if you wanted to, participate in a conversation, and maybe do it at another time. I know when I had my original YouTube channel, there was people who would be like, what happened to this video? It's gone. Can you make it public? And it's like, I thought it was public. Well, go look. It's private. So I'd go and look, and it's like, well, how in the heck did this video get private? Because I know it was public. There must be some little trolls that are working in my account, and they made my video private. And now someone noticed that my video is private and I got to make it public again. That happened all the time. Oh my gosh. I even had, there was one time I had a video that wasn't even mine in my account. And I don't know how that happened. There was just this video that just showed up inside of sometimes I felt like my YouTube account was being hacked. But there was this video that just showed up inside of my account, and it's like, how did someone else's video get into my account? And it just stayed there for the longest time. And I'm like, well, this is weird. And I don't know what happened to it. But there was a time that we could actually, YouTube had a really cool feature at the beginning. And you know what that feature was? That was where we could actually, our videos, we could actually transfer them from one account to another account really, 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 really easy. But they took that away. They took that away because I think that, I'm just not going to say any more about that. But that feature got taken away. And so we could actually even use, oh my gosh, at the beginning of YouTube, I think we could even do like Facebook allowed, and that was to download videos through mobile somehow, and then you could download other people's videos. And then I think that's maybe how some of them ended up on other places. But they've changed that, you know, because then it was like, okay, we're making content, and then someone else is making a whole bunch of money on a different website because they took it and put it in other places. And so I think they somewhat have fixed that, even though you still can screen record and stuff like that. You know, it's just one of those things. It's harder to do, I think, with mobile, though, even though it can be done. Oh, heck, I actually sort of partially did it today. It's just that I don't have enough room to actually record a 3-hour video and keep it on my mobile phone. I just don't have the means to do that, nor the desire to do it either. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do something like that. You know, it's like, and I have more fun doing my own content, making my, you know, doing things like this. And, but the thing where we could transfer videos easily from one account to another account, that was pretty cool when we could do that. But I think some abuses probably took place with that. I knew there was abuses taking place with that, and it wasn't me doing it. You know, so when you have, oh my gosh, some of them, it's like, and I don't want to say it was robots doing it either. I really don't think it was robots doing it, you know, because there's things that when you have 10,000 people working together to do something all at the same time, it can appear to be robots that are doing it. And it's not robots. It's human beings that are doing it because they're working together as a network and they're uploading all this content onto YouTube for some whatever reason. And they have all, you know, they have a lot of nice stuff that they uploaded. Now, a lot of it, some of that B room, cutting room floor, not B, it's even F. I'll call it F. The cutting room F floor footage that's terrible, that doesn't even belong to be seen in public. They should need to just go burn it because it's terrible. So they got paid to make stupid content. You know, that's the whole thing with them, is they got paid to make terrible content. You know, for their pilot shows and things like that, when they do that, all those movies and stuff. You know, so Hollywood has been notorious for not making good content from the beginning anyway. You know, and you'll find it on YouTube. You'll find a lot of not good content that Hollywood did. Okay, let's get back over. Now, what did I do with my image? Okay, here we are. Okay. So I was going to add some little knots inside of, I think I need a darker color though. I was going to add some little knots inside of my tree. I haven't quite decided. No, I don't want to use that color. Okay. Okay, I got two colors here. And so I was going to add, oh, you're red. Yeah, let's just do a little hint like this. We'll do a little hint. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with this, but let's see what happens. I like to add reddish into the... Now it's, you know, since it's cartoonish, it doesn't have to be perfectly filled in because none of the cartoon stuff is perfectly filled in. That just reminds me, I wonder what happened to Sexy Phil. You've been filled in. SXE. Does anyone remember him? Probably not. All the new people on YouTube don't remember the original YouTubers. I don't know where a lot of original YouTubers have quit, or they went to different channels, or they got jobs doing something else, or they went back to a day job that they were able to go back to. I guess that's what happened. Okay, that looks pretty good there. I don't know what color to make his hair, though. Let's see here. I kind of want to color him. I don't want to leave him I don't want to leave him translucent color. I kind of want to color his hair. Oh, what color? Maybe I should make his hair orange. Should I make his hair orange? Maybe I should. Let's see if anybody's here leaving comments anymore. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to make his hair... Let's make it orange. Yeah, let's make it orange. We're going to give you orange hair. And we're going to try not to blend it in too much. We don't want to blend it in too much. So hopefully this will work. Yeah, that's going to work. Perfect. Okay, so let's do this. It's always a hazard. If I press too hard, I might blend the pencil in too much. So let's see what we got here. Okay, we got some orange hair there. I didn't... All right, I can... Okay, good. If I press harder, okay, I can get a little bit more out of this. A little bit more color showing up here. Okay, let's see. All righty. That's what I need. Darker color. Okay. Okay, that's what I need. Okay, so I'm not sure what color I want to make. What color do I want to color him in? Okay, let's use this color. Let's color in this color. We'll make him kind of a brownish color here. I should put something... What color pants should we put on him? Because let's put on pink pants. Okay, we're going to put on some pink pants down here. This is his shorts. We're going to put on pink pants. Just like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, we've got some pink pants on here. Alrighty. Okay, so now we are going to finish coloring in here. What I'm probably going to do is just enhance a little bit with my marker if I can find it. I know it was over there earlier today, and hopefully it hasn't sprouted legs and walked away. Because I'm the only person I can blame if I lose it. I have no more kids around to blame them for taking my things. And now when they were little, they did take my things, and I would often find scissors and yarn and crochet hooks and pencils and all kinds of things in their room because they were taking my things, and I guess they wanted to have something for a little bit. Okay, let me see if I can find my marker here. And so we're gonna spruce this up a little bit here. Okay, that does show good. I gotta enhance it a little bit like this. Big honker nose. Okay, our little curvy eye here, and then this, and we gotta get our hair sprouts going out here. Okay, perfect. Okay. He's got a little mullet thing going on. Little mullet troll. That's what we got here. Gemini helped out with this one. All I have is enough room is to do one troll in here. Got a little belly button. He's got a fat gut. He is full eating mushrooms. He's been getting his fill of mushrooms here. That's why he's so fat. Oh, this is priceless. Oh, goodness sakes. This is fun. I like drawing. Okay, so let's take you on down here, and we're going to work on your feet a little bit. We're going to get you guys going here like this in this direction. And we got your... Okay. Oh, yeah, you pop out there a little bit more. That's pretty good. Okay. And so we got our polka dots here. Polka dots and polka dots. Polka dots and polka dots. I always wonder how and who came up with the name polka dot. It's kind of like the polka, or that's what I think about, the polka or the polka when it comes to the dance, the polka. Now, I never did any of those things in my days. Oh my gosh. At one time when I was younger, I thought I would have loved to have danced. Learned how to dance. But I never did. Well, I mean, I could just dance just by like moving my hips and stuff like that. I probably still could, and maybe I'd throw something out of place. Hopefully not. But I just thought, you know, it would have been fun to... I always thought it would have been fun to professionally dance for a little while, you know, or to learn how to do some of that stuff. I know my mom had told me that she told me that she had talked my dad into taking some waltzing lessons. So this is how much my dad loved my mom, is that he took waltzing lessons for a while. And I thought that was so sweet that he took her ballroom dancing. So that was something up in the area that they were doing, and that was something she wanted to do. And Dad, he was always willing to compromise, always willing to compromise with my mom. And he even took her gambling. He hated gambling. He took her gambling because that's something she wanted to do. He took my mom to do all kinds of things that he didn't want to do, that he didn't like. he just loved her so much that he took her to do those things. You know, so my dad set the bar really, really high when it comes to a relationship. I always felt like, and I told him so. I believe it was the day my mom died. I told him I told him I told him that before she died. I told my mom that Dad set the bar very, very high for how a husband treats a wife really, really good. And my mom told me, she says, you know, she says, your dad, not once did he ever raise a hand to me. Not once. I never saw it when I was a kid either. That was something I always wanted in a relationship. Unfortunately, it never happened. I don't know why. I don't know how I got so unlucky. Very unlucky where it comes to relationships, to end up with two that are very, very similar. And then even for me to be where I am right now, it's like, okay, I like this. Oh my goodness sakes. I still can't believe I just did this. I say that with every drawing. I'm so fascinated with my skills here. They're not perfect, but they're pretty darn good though. And it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, the one I did earlier, the half face, yeah, let's call it half face or split face that I did. That one was really cool too, because it did what do I want to call it? It did a dance thing when I put it into the animation software. Okay, maybe I should do some little colors. How about, what little colors should we do? Let's do a combination of maybe some peach and pink, a light pink. We're going to do, with our flowers right here, we're going to do maybe a little bit of, yeah, nothing real fancy. And I'm not coloring inside of the lines either. I'm actually coloring a little bit outside the lines. You know, so these are supposed to be flowers right here. I might work on them more another time maybe, just not right now. I want to color a little bit on my tree too up there. And so let's just kind of add colors in here, and then we'll add some. Well, I know you might be saying, well, how hard is it just to draw a few more swirly gigs in here, which I can do that. We'll draw a little swirly gig of a flower and maybe a stem like that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that works like that. Kind of a bushy little flower garden there. Okay, so, oh, this is what we need to do, is we need to enhance you. I knew we were forgetting something here. Okay, alrighty there. Okay, so we've enhanced the little apple here. That looks a lot better. We got our little worm sticking out there. It's almost like the worm is he catfishing? I don't think so. Okay, so let's add some little enhancements in here. Okay. We'll do some light drawing right here, like this. A little whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. And Whoop. We got a whoopee whoop, 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 whoop. Womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. Now I want to color. I want to put in one more of those swirly gigs, though. These are cool, though. Okay, we got... One of them is almost heart-shaped. Let's see if we can't do a kind of a heart-shaped. We'll do a swirly gig like this. And then we'll do another swirly gig around like this. And we'll get it a little heart-shaped going thing here like that. We got our little swirly gigs. Okay, and let's get... let's do one out here like this. These are fun, the little swirly gigs. Yeah, that's what we needed. It was just a little bit more in there. Now I'm finding myself drawing in portrait view. This is so funny. I'm trying to draw in portrait view so that it fits into my camera. And so I don't get too much on the outside, even though it still knows what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to color my tree up here. We're going to color up here. And so this part is sort of, I'm just going to color this all green and then add some highlights of additional green. Okay, so I just scribbled. That's basically what I did, was scribbled. So I'm going to add maybe a little bit more, you know, kind of to make it look like leaves. But it's a cartoon though too. So sometimes the colors are sort of flat. So I'm not trying to make it look like a nature thing. It's a cartoonish type thing. So even though sometimes cartoons do have a little bit of highlights and details in them, they're not all perfect. What color, I'm thinking, what color should I make my swirly gigs? I could make them brown. Let's see if I can find another color to make my swirly gigs there. If I have another color. What color do we want to make them? I could just make them. How about I make them this color? Let's see if this works. I think this is my... Yeah, that'll work. Let's make them gold. We'll use gold. My gold pencil here. I think I have a silver metallic pencil in there too. Okay, so we're going to come on around here and we're going to take you on down here like this. We're going to put you around like this. And okay. Alrighty. Oh, nice. I like that. I wasn't sure at first. Let's add a little bit of gold up in here. Because when we mix them, we never know. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Nice. Nice. Alrighty there. Oh, I know who I would dedicate this photo to, but I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say his name. He could be an attorney. But I just know, all I know is I would dedicate this to him. Alrighty. I like that. I'm trying to think. That's bad when I'm trying to think and I just can't even get the think out of my brain, into my brain. Why am I trying to think? I should be thinking. Why do I have to try so hard? I don't. I really don't. I know. I was just trying to think if I'm going to add I don't think I want to add any more colors. I just want to leave it like that, because if I do blue, then it's going to cover up the worm. And so we want it like that. What have I got going on there? Oh, I know what's missing here. The little lines. Okay, we got to get these little lines here. Yeah, that makes it pop out a little bit more. Okay. And what happened here? Okay. Had to cover. Okay, I don't want to mess it up too much, and okay, that'll work. Okay. Does that work? Yeah. That looks pretty good. Okay, let me do a little, okay, let's do this. And we are going to do a little highlight. Okay, I think we got it done. I could have said something in my highlight, but I don't know what I said. I think that looks pretty good. Now these other guys, yeah, his little honker nose could have been a little bit bigger, but I think he looks good. This one I did pretty good, I have to say. I did pretty good because he looks somewhat close to the image. Now the other one that I did earlier today he just took on a life of his own. Mr. Split Half Face there took on a life of its own. But this one is pretty good. Plus we added some additional things into it, and we gave it color. The image didn't have any colors in it, so we added some color into it, which makes it kind of fun. And so it's going to take at least 24 hours to process, because with the live streams, that's what Google always says, is that it takes at least 24 hours to process. And so now sometimes processing could start sooner. It just depends on how busy Google is with all their videos and live streams, and they have a lot of them. So it kind of makes sense why it does take a lot of time for things to process. And it's also going through the what do I want to call it? Oh, it's making the text stuff, but I keep hearing they're making it faster. So they're making it do stuff faster now than what it did at the beginning. So it's kind of fun to see the progress of where YouTube started and where it's going now and how it's improving. And the improvements are just kind of gradual, because at the beginning we didn't have any of this stuff. We just were limited even to with our hashtags and things like that. Now I'm starting to get different hashtags and different ideas. So the algorithm, when it serves me up certain hashtags, it's actually finding a relationship to my videos with hashtags that it gives me in my account. It's actually finding some relationship, which at that time I'm not sure what it is, but it's like, okay, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to put it in my video, and we're going to make it work. Somehow it's going to work. And so, all right, we'll see you guys the next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, and subscribe and share this video with your friends. Do some ratings, thumbs it up, and watch the whole way through too. Watch the videos the whole way through.